So this is my V8 engine. It has 8 cylinders that move up and down. And I can open this engine to see the underneath of it. So here we have a little latch which holds the engine down and keeps the gears in contact and allows the drive to go through the car. If I unlatch the engine and leave it rest on top of it, then over here you can see that it's lifted the engine up just enough so that the red gear is disengaged from this gray gear over here. This essentially puts the car in neutral and allows it to move freely otherwise with less friction. So each piston has their own flywheel, which transmits a back and forth motion to a rotational motion, so that way this crankshaft can receive the power from all 8 of them and then output it through these gears. When we put the engine down, this red gear is going to connect to this gray gear right here, and that in turn goes through 2 other gears down here, which then gets inside here to then turn the housing of the differential. The differential is very important in any modern day car because you need the wheels to move a different amount when taking a turn. When you're taking a turn, the wheel on the outside of the car is going to need to move a further distance than the wheel on the inside. So the differential will allow the power to be transmitted to the 2 wheels, but allow the wheels to move a different amount. The power from the engine is transmitted into the differential through the housing which is around it. So in the differential, when the car is moving in a straight line, you'll see that the housing will spin, but the yellow gears will not spin in reference to the housing. When the car is making a turn, however, you'll notice that the yellow gears start spinning in reference to the housing. So in most cars, you have the differential placed right in between where the power of the wheels comes in. But I couldn't do that for my car. I had to move my differential up inside here. If I had put it here, however, it would have made these maybe twice as big, if not more, which would have ended up bringing the wheel way far out. It would have made the frame of my car bigger. Now, if I had the wheel all the way out here, it would have required way more pieces, it would have been way heavier, and on top of that, the wheels this is how big I was able to make them, and so they would have looked much smaller comparatively to the rest of the car, and I don't want to have little dinky button wheels on it. So now if I want to pop the hood, all I gotta do is push this little button right here, and the hood automatically pops up into place to hold itself. And then to close it, you just drop it, and it automatically locks. So these 2 pieces here are what lock and unlock the hood. So in the future, I'd also like this hood locking mechanism to have a control switch from the inside. So that's what these guys are for. So next I want to talk about the steering. Let's pop the hood. So here we have the steering wheel inside. It powers the steering through a series of gears and levers. If you look on the inside over here, we have the gearing goes to these levers right here. And if you look down inside, you'll see that those levers on the bottom actuate an arm back and forth, which then goes and turns the wheels. Another feature that I wanted to have in this car was I wanted to have the ability to pull the car around with a string. It's kind of hard bending down and steering it from the inside, so what I wanted to do was have a spool of string back here underneath the hood and have it go through this piece right here that would have come out from the front grille. So if I pull the string in this direction, it's going to pull the car in this direction. And then if I go that way, then the car will go that way too. And one other cool thing about the steering wheel is it's adjustable. So in case you're wondering what these batteries are for, check this out. Let's take a look at the door next. As you can see, it's got a working latch. The seat's adjustable, and you can recline it too. Alright, let's take this thing out for a spin. Just hold on a second while I get my glasses out of the glove compartment. Alright, let's go. So there's many things that I want to add to this car in the future. It wasn't finished. I tried to do as much as I could before this competition, but all the things I wanted to add in, it just ended up being more and more to the list, and a few of the small things that might have been obvious throughout the course of this video were things like the chair. It's missing a chair, the roof wasn't finished, and one of the doors was not finished. But there's also some other things on the inside, like for example, a few structural components I want to beef up a little bit, make sure that everything's completely sound and sturdy so I don't have to worry whatsoever. And but the biggest thing is I want to add an entire body around the whole thing, and when I do that, I want to make it so that, you know, I can pop it on and off to show people the inside pieces. But on top of that, I want to be able to spray paint it, nice metallic color, and I think that should make it look really nice, really well finished. I'm really happy with how this car's turned out so far. I didn't have complete expectations as to what was going to come out of it. I had this big idea in my mind, and I built upon it as I was building it, and it's turned out to be something that I'm really proud of. Throughout the production of it, sometimes it was very stressful because just picking it up in the wrong way or moving something in the wrong way, sometimes something can fall out from the inside, and you see this piece on the ground and you have no idea where it came from. Other than that, though, it's turned out to be beautiful, and it's really something that I want to hold on forever.